The American court system has lost their goddamn minds. They have released the jogger-pist, the man who was convicted 36 years ago for brutally several victims. One girl was as young as 13 years old. The police department named him the jogger for a reason. Because he would jog through neighborhoods looking for his next victim, peeping in windows, breaking into homes. He failed every single psych evaluation they gave him in prison. He threatened his victims from prison, saying that once he was released, those bitches were gonna suffer. And wait, it gets worse. They're gonna label him a level 1 schmegs offender. It sounds like the judge and the parole board just didn't read the case at all. He admitted to 9 of the but was only convicted of 1 due to the statute of limitations. The court's ruling, once he is released, he will be classified as a low-level schmegs offender. And because of his release classification, Gilmore will not be listed on a public registry, and people will not be notified if he moves into their neighborhood. He will be required to wear a GPS monitoring device. But we've seen what good those do. He will be placed with other convicts who are on supervision. County officials said it will be managed by a local community provider and will have staff on site around the clock 5 days a week. Yeah, right. We believe this will be the safest option for the victims and his community. Really, you think so? Because one day they're going to take that GPS tracker off of him. This is Danielle Tudor. She was 17 when he brutally attacked her. The survivors are frustrated. They will not be given automatic notifications anytime Gilmore relocates. They called on Governor Kate Brown multiple times to intervene. Danielle spoke out again Monday, one last time before his release on December the 16th. You mean to tell me he can go online and find out exactly where I live, where my family lives, but I will not get to know what neighborhood he moves into when he moves out of downtown Portland? How is that right or fair in anyone's eyes? It's not. Tiffany Edens was just 13 years old when Richard Gilmore broke into her home and brutally assaulted her. They have been passing out flyers and taping up pictures to warn the public of this predator's release. Tiffany said, "I was a little girl with big dreams. I was an accomplished ballerina and jazz dancer. My dream was to be on Broadway. But her childhood was taken away in an instant in 1986. He broke into my home and attacked me, beat me, and it changed my life forever." Tiffany said, "Healing has been a lifelong journey of faith." Other victims of Gilmore said knowing their attacker was locked up gave them a peace of mind. The survivors are also outraged because he will be classified as a low-level schmegs offender, which means officials are not required to let neighbors know when he moves into their area. I hope to inspire other victims to let go of that shame, regret, embarrassment, or stigma so that they can get their voice back. This is another example of courts protecting criminals